First stand in Kansas. Look at that, man.
Predator Pursuit is presented by nighthuntingdepot.com, your one-stop shop for all your night hunting needs.
Well, as we're driving into town, I'm looking around, I'm studying the terrain, and it's a whole lot more farm country than what I was expecting, and it's a little bit of country that I'm not used to calling, but as I start looking at it, I start noticing more and more river bottoms and wheat fields, and that's the kind of stuff I love to call. Well, I've known Ryan for quite a few years now. We've been to New Mexico, hunted elk together.
I own and operate Misty Morning Outfitters. We've been in business for 13 years this year. We run primarily turkey and deer hunts. We're right in the heart of Kansas, northwest of Wichita. We have about 10 to 15,000 acres here in central Kansas.
So I came up here a couple years ago and hunted whitetails with Ryan, and I saw a lot of coyotes, so of course I asked him, I said, hey man, what do you think about me coming up here and trying to kill some of these coyotes? And he was all for it. He said, man, I've got so many trail cam pictures of these coyotes. It seems like they're chasing our deer.
As a matter of fact, I had told Jeff that it would be nice if he could come up here and do some calling. It's not my expertise at all. I've trapped before, but I've never called coyotes, so it's kind of a new experience for me.
Well, I talked to Ryan and we were able to get our schedules together, and we had just a couple of days during deer season that he didn't have any clients and I wasn't gone on another hunt. So we decided to pack up and head to Kansas and see if I couldn't get my first Kansas coyote. Well, that first morning we pull up and Ryan points out and he's got this big open wheat field and a really nice creek bed back behind it, and I was excited. I knew this was going to be a good spot. So we walk out there. Everything in Kansas is a lot further than it actually looks. By the time we get there, I think we've walked probably a mile to get to it. But we get there and get the call set up, get everything right, turn on the Fox Pro.
He's gonna smell us.
When this coyote's coming in, I'm a little bit worried because when we set up, our wind is blowing to a hard left, and a lot of times when these coyotes come out in the open field, they're gonna try to circle to get your wind. That baby! That, boys, is why you shoot an AR when you're coyote hunting. Yeah! How about that, brother? First stand in Kansas. First Kansas coyote I've ever shot. Unbelievable. I didn't want to shoot. He was almost straight downwind the entire time. And that decoy, I probably should have put it a little further out, but this field is super muddy. So I just put it out about 15 yards. And man, he didn't work. I thought he was gonna keep going downwind, but he stayed right on the edge. And I was fixing to shoot, and he got my wind. But that right there is why you shoot AR-15. Bolt gun, I don't think I'd have got it done. Unbelievable. The wind's picking up. It's probably, I don't know, 15, 20 already. It's gonna be a bad day, but hey, 1 for 1 here in Kansas.
I thought we were gonna go set up in the pasture. The pasture grass was too tall. He said they'll slip in on you, get downwind of you and bust you and get out of there. So he takes me down to the most open part of the property and tells me that this is the perfect location to set. I'm thinking, you're crazy. This is never gonna work. We start calling instantly. Within a minute or two, I can see a coyote standing clear across the open against the edge of this creek. And he came all the way across, never did get downwind of us till he was definitely within range to shoot. Jeff made a great shot on him running. It just turned out to be a great hunt.
Yeah, we're done right here, yeah. Look at that, man. That right there is why she couldn't run very fast. You got 10 pounds of mud on each foot.
You needed all the help you could get after that first shot.
Hey man, I'll take it no matter what, that's for sure. That's a female. That's a big coyote.
Turkeys and deer.
We made a few calls last night to some landowners around here. Come on out, and it's deer season.
Yeah. No, we've got actually I was picking up a deer hunter over here a week ago, and we had a group of there was at least 5 coyotes running together just off the road that I could see. So they're definitely pack hunting. They're starting to pack hunt pretty good here in Kansas. So.
Well, you know it's bad whenever the landowners will let you come out during deer season in Kansas. You know, this is like whitetail heaven up here, but they're wanting these coyotes got, and I am more than happy to come take care of them for them.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Not bad, man. First stand, first Kansas coyote. We'll take it. Let's go get another one.
All right.
Well, the weatherman was calling for some pretty heavy winds that day, and he was spot on. Right after that first call, the wind picked up, and you know, it was blowing over 30 miles an hour, and I told Ryan, I said, you know what, let's just get in the truck, drive around, look at a few places, because the next few days, the wind's supposed to lay, and the calling's supposed to get good.
This segment of Predator Pursuit is brought to you by nighthuntingdepot.com, your one-stop shop for all your night hunting needs.
Well, Ryan had a few things come up that he needed to handle, so he decided to hand us over to his top guide, Chase. And just like it usually does on that first day, the wind decided to lay right before dark. Chase has a great spot picked out. He's actually called here before and shot a few coyotes. So we're gonna head in and hope for the best. Yeah. I can't believe that worked. That was a smart dog. That sucker acted like he'd been through that before. I had to bark him 2 or 3 times, I think, and sure enough, he checked up. It's not what I wanted. I mean, he was facing me at probably 200 yards, but I smacked him, man. I don't know. He's a long ways out there. I hate those frontal shots because if you're off just a little bit, you're gonna miss. I held it together long enough, though. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go look at him before it gets too dark. 2 dogs in Kansas. There he is, man. That is a big old Kansas coyote right there. Let me lay all this down. Let me show him to you. It's got to be a big male. Oh yeah, that is a big male. Golly, that is a pretty dog right there. I'm so glad whenever we actually came and scouted this place today about what, 2-3 hours ago? And wind was blowing like 30 miles an hour. It was blowing the wrong way. And I said, man, that's a great looking spot, but it's just a bad idea to call it. You know, it's just like deer hunting and you don't want to go sit in your best stand and ruin it. And so man, we did the smart play. We backed out and as luck would have it, we came back, the wind laid and it actually switched directions, which was perfect. We couldn't ask for better. That's awesome, man. The 2 best stands of the day paid off today. First stand of the morning and last stand in the evening. My 2 favorites of the day. That was awesome, man. Good job. I appreciate you bringing me out.
No problem.
That's awesome. Well, overall, day 1 was a success. We killed a couple of coyotes. We did a lot of scouting and had a really good game plan set up for the next few days. First stand of the morning. This is my favorite stand. You got a perfect sun up coming up. The wind's right in our face. We're gonna ease around here and go sit on the other side of this tree row. We scouted this out yesterday and it looked pretty good. Man, I was about to give up. We've been here about 13 or 14 minutes. I'm not sure what happened to my shotgun guy over there. Now tell me exactly what just happened. I know you blew the hair off of him. I saw it in my scope.
Well, he yelped.
Yeah, you hit him, no doubt about it. Well, we went back and we watched the video. We know he's hurt bad, so we're gonna head over to the tree row and see if we can't find him. after we'd been in there, we tracked him for a while, we found some blood, but he went a little bit further than I would have liked to have, so we decided it was going to be the best idea for us just to back out, go call a few spots, and come back and try to find him a little bit later. Well, a great tip for you guys out there calling, if at all possible and you can set up and get away from cows, you need to really try and do it. It happened quite a few times to us on this trip. We're in Kansas, you know, so it's pretty hard to get away from these cows, and this week they gave us a lot of trouble. They ruined more than one stand for us, and on this one specifically, we had probably 20 or 25 cows come in and just huddle around the call and around the decoy, and you know, I was pretty let down. I knew what was going to happen. Sure enough, we call in 3 different coyotes, and they're all wanting to come in, but they see the cows around, so they're not going to run right up in the middle of these cows most of the time. And that's exactly what happened. They ran in, they see the cows, and they immediately start circling, and they leave. So for all you guys out there that are starting to call, do your best to try and get away from these cows because they're not going to be much help to you. All right, guys, it's later in the day now. And we got some rain moving in, so we decided we better get back over here and see if we can't find that coyote that we shot this morning. Grab the shotgun, we're gonna get back on that blood trail. Hopefully, we're gonna ease off in here and see if we can't find him. Yeah, he's still right here. Let's head back. Here he is, right there. He's in that cedar. He's done, he's done. Yeah, buddy. I knew that sucker, man. I knew we had enough in him to get him down. But these things, he's a tough sucker, man. I don't know, that's probably, I can see actually where we were calling. What, 400 yards probably? Maybe 5, yeah. He cut through, came straight down this windrow, and he got to the cedar and bedded up. So good deal. Well, let's get him, man. I think we got him not a minute too soon because it's fixing to hit. Get this thing loaded up and get to the house.
So overall, the hunt was a success. I got the opportunity to take advantage of Jeff for 2 days with wind and the weather that we were fighting with. I think we did an amazing job. We saw several coyotes, got several of them killed. Overall, the trip was a success, and definitely we'll be doing it again in the future.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode here in Kansas. If any of you are interested in a deer or turkey hunt, be sure and give Ryan a call. Misty Morning Outfitters in Alden, Kansas. He did a great job with us this week, put us up in a great lodge. He had a ton of country, lots of coyotes, and we sat down a couple of nights and looked at all his trail cam pictures of the deer and turkey. I was so impressed, guys. I'm coming back next year, and I'm even going to do a little deer hunting.